line of love, or also known as the marriage line, and located near Mercury Hill. Love line and attachment line, it is the same. Also the heart line and the line of the soul is the same thing. In his story Love Line, I will call the line of attachment, because in palmistry, length of the line and number of lines indicates the strength of attraction to another person. The energy of attraction to another person is considered. In palmistry this is spiritual energy, so, before we consider options attachment of lines, I will explain where on palm is the spiritual and physical energy. On the top of the palm, located the spiritual qualities of a person, so attachment line located near the heart line. I want to draw attention, what in palmistry heart line, and the line of the soul, is the same thing. The middle of the palm is the energy of the mind, but it is not physical energy. Anything placed under the headline is a real human life, it is joy and troubles in life that are marked on hand. Now let's examine in more detail attachment line, but, it should be remembered that the number of lines does not indicate the number of marriages, only the spiritual affection for the man. The number of lines does not indicate the number of marriages, only attachment to another person on a spiritual level. Thus, sexual relationships may be more than attachment lines, or less. Sometimes the number of lines may coincide with the number of marriages. Lines affection is the spiritual energy through which a person remains devotee of its second half, and take care of a loved one. It should be remembered that at the hand of the person does not have a line of mutual love. According to attachment line, can be determined responsible person. Looking at line of attachment, each palmist should simultaneously look on heart line, because, the heart line, tells about the emotional life, failed love, the problems in his personal life, relationships break, or simply a happy and carefree life. If on the palm one line of attachment, a responsible person who will always take care of his other half in most cases, these people find one partner for life. From experience, I can say that such a person has a difficult character, but the feelings of love are always sincere. If the fork on the line of attachment, this indicates a break in relations. Anyone who has a fork will initiate a divorce. The reasons could be several. In most cases, this is treason. Fork in the beginning of the line indicates a rupture of relations, but the feelings of love will not disappear, and people will come together again in the future. If on the palm near the line of attachment extends parallel to the small line, which indicates adultery, the one who has the mark is always looking for a parallel relationship. Such a person can be irresponsible of his family, but an adulterer. Two-line attachment point to two attachments on a spiritual level. I want to note that the two lines do not indicate two marriages. A person can have the feeling of attachment to the first partner, and live with him for several years, but, later the person will have a second attachment that will last. Along the length of the lines, can determine the strength of the attachment. In this example, the second person will be stronger than the first attachment. Sometimes there are such variants, where the first line of attachment is short, but thick, and the second line is long, but thin. In this case, a person's first love is unsuccessful, the person will be used. A thick line indicates a heavy relationship. The second line of attachment, which is thin and long, indicates the passionate feeling. It is a strong and mutual love. The man will be happy with the second attachment. Three lines of attachment is not three marriages. Such people will quickly fall in love, and throughout his life have multiple sexual partners. These people belong to the category in which the lifetime many partners. Such people are very trusting and may be parallel to a loving relationship. The long clear line indicates a strong attachment, in this case, the third line. Lack of attachment line points on the egoism and arrogance. Such a person throughout his life may have multiple sexual partners, but, through some factors, such people are lonely. The reasons being alone may be several, from their parents or from the man himself. The exact year's affection can determine only an experienced palmist. In this example, a first attachment 18 years old, and the second the age of 35.